What's good, y'all? My name is Rorvis Paradox, aka Dox Brando, and I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of Rorvis Reviews. Now, today I'm going to be talking about an Oscar award-winning film that I genuinely dislike. And that film is Anora, but we're going to get into that. So make sure you're subscribed to the IG at DocsBrando25, the Patreon, the Twitter, the Blue Sky, wherever you can find me. I probably am there. So go ahead and find me for you. You can stay up to date and also support the channel. Help me, help us, help the channel grow. With all that being said, let's get into it. Now, the film that we're here today to dissect, because I will be into spoilers because I can't hate on this film without using all my information. And that film is 2024's the Academy Award winning Best Picture, Best Actress, so many other awards, we can get to it, but Anora, written by Sean Baker. Now, this film was supposed to be this film was from the Indies. This is a film that is supposed to be about just highlighting the struggles of sex workers and a comedy romance. It's some shit. This is what this film is. It is some shit. Not good shit. Horrible shit, like fresh out the toilet dookie, you just ate Taco Bell type shit. I really despise this film. This film really pisses me off. And I don't like talking about films I usually don't. I've only done it once on my channel. And that's probably one of my least watched videos. Why would I want to just shit on something? But I have to, because the nominees for Best Picture and the other categories were pretty stacked. And this piece of shit won. Swept almost every nomination it was nominated for. So I have a problem with that. So that makes me want to talk about that. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start off with highlights, because there's some good in this. Just minuscule, but there's some good. Then we get into the lowlights about what I hate about it. Sound good, everybody? Sound good to me. Okay, so background. This film stars Anora, who goes by Annie in the strip club she works at. And we start by just seeing her at work, how she has to basically kind of hustle her way through the club to try to get a good amount of people to come to the private area to get the private dance, get the stack, and go on to the next, And it's just like a cycle, and just to see how many she needs a night, how long she's up. And then she goes home and just sleeps the rest of the day, because, it's all about the nightlife when you're in this line of work. That's where you see she meets Ivan. And she's put in front of Ivan by her boss because he wants big spender, and he knows that Annie can speak Russian. And that's something that was interesting to Ivan. So she comes around Ivan and gives her a private dance and takes her over top, really sells home to make the bank, showing off cooter and everything to entice him. He asks for her number, and this is where it gets into the relationship of the symbiotic relationship of him paying her for sex, or at least paying for her time just to be around him, And from there, this leads to him paying her to be his girlfriend for a week or two, and this is where she's hanging out with him and his friends, partying, having a great time, living life. Ends up flying to Vegas, and then out of nowhere, he just looks at her and just like, "Will you marry me?" And like, bro, what the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here? Like this, none of what builds up feels genuine, but what the fuck? We're gonna keep going. And then this is where it leads to what the main issue is for this film. Ivan comes from a very wealthy, powerful, prominent family in Russia. Somewhere over there. They don't know. Sometimes they say Russian, sometimes they don't. It's like they don't know where exactly they going crazy at. But over there. That's where his folks got his namesake, saying he's supposed to be the next in line for a company, stuff like that. So he's the most prototypical playboy, but not really a playboy. He's a spoiled brat. That's what he is. But this spoiled brat's family, as soon as they hear whispers, rumors that have already spread across within a single day that he's married who they deem a whore, things get a little bit crazy for them. And it's about breaking the two up from each other. So that's the premise of the film. I'm going to get into some of the nitty gritty, but that's going to lead into the highlights. So what I did enjoy about this film is that the comedy aspect of this film, I did enjoy sometimes. Because sometimes it just hits perfectly, you know. One of the scenes, when he first invites her over for you, they can have sex. I've never in my life seen a nigga so happy to get some pussy. I've never seen, like, this nigga jumps out his drawers, basically backflip rolls, lands on the bed, just like dude, what the that was the first genuine laugh that I got out of this film. So I enjoyed that. And then there's little interactions between Annie, the hired goons, if you want to call them, more like the hired nice guys, to go after Ivan and Annie to try to set them up for where they can get them divorced, marriage annulled. Those interactions, probably the funniest parts of this film. But after that, anytime it tries to be funny, it's hit or miss, and not like out the park hit like some of the moments prior until like it gets into further into the film. It's really like maybe they make it to second base, maybe, but really going back to the dugout, they ain't. Terrible swings with some of the comedy, but like overall it's like meh. It's okay as a comedy. It's okay as a comedy, but that just makes me wish it lent more into that. If this was like truly full-blown comedy instead of what it started as, because it's trying to be two different films at the same time, I don't know. It's just like it doesn't work. It does not work for me, and it really pissed me off while I was watching it. But what else? Cinematography is okay. Like visually, it's not a bad film. Like even though it was low budget to a point, it doesn't look bad per se visually. And there's probably like one good shot that I enjoyed from the film, and it's a car scene between hired goon Igor and what's that boy name? Garnick? Yeah, Garnick. So it's them driving from wherever their start point is all the way to Ivan's house, and it's just a one shot. It's just them in front. It doesn't change any angles or nothing. I thought that was a cool shot. I thought that was a nice shot. Couple claps for that. Other than that, there's no shots where I'm like, this is great, this is wowing me. Everything. Stay on the highlights. Okay, so what I will say is I want to applaud the cast for trying to make such a terrible script. Like, they try to make something good out of this film with that, and they did their best. They truly did do their best. Mikey Madison's Anora, I thought that she's a good main character, but it's just that she's just working with shit. So she was able to really do something with that, and kind of like, you care about Annie's journey, but like Annie's like truly the only person you do care about her. But it's just like, it's the way that she's been put in these situations. I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. I feel like Sean Baker didn't know how to truly encapsulate what he was trying to do, but he's getting credit for the attempt, and that's issue that I have with it. But Mikey, good job. Mark Edelstein as Ivan, such a prick, such a dickhead, such childish behavior from this spoiled brat. And if that's pretty excellent, honestly. Like, I don't know how you just don't like him off rip. There's no point where you truly feel like he cares about Annie. So like, once you see how the plot goes, it's like, you know how it ends. It does not end. There's no happy ending. So for that, it's like he did a good job. Yura Borsov as Igor, I did not like his character, not one bit. And he's basically supposed to be the nice guy in this film, and we're gonna get to that in the lowlights why I don't like his character. But like, I don't know, he's kind of like a bumbling idiot at sometimes, and sometimes he's very not knowledgeable, but like aware of certain things, and that's his character. And that place is like, you've seen these character tropes before, but like the way that he's utilizing this film, can't get with that. Toros, where is it at? There we go. Karen Kuragulin as Toros. He's supposed to be the lead henchman, who's the brother of Garnick. And then Garnick's played by Vach Tovamasin. And so it goes Toros, Garnick, and then Garnick hired Igor. So these three stooges. Three fucking stooges. Like, the chemistry between them is just like, one's told to shut the fuck up basically and keep quiet. The other one's just like a bumbling idiot, and the other one's just like, it's just slapstick comedy with these three. It's just ridiculous. So the way that their roles work, I thought it was very interesting. Well, not interesting, somewhat palatable, and not completely enjoyable, but like definitely have some highlight moments early in the second half of the film, and then kind of just like juice off, so they're just characters. Because at first it's just like, kind of, at least Toros is a real dickhead towards Annie, and then he starts to really expand upon why he is towards her that way, and like how important Ivan is to the family, stuff like that. Whole bunch of bullshit. But that, and then like the rest of the cast, it kind of just floats. You have Alesky Sabrov as Ivan's dad. You have Drya Ikimsova as Ivan's mom. The actress that plays Ivan's mom, I would say that she plays the role as dignified, wants nothing but the best for her family, cares about the lineage, about the name, the pride that comes with it, and being part of his family. So like, in that case, she played the role very great, and she's just a dignified dickhead, because like the way she's going about it with her energy, her negative energy towards Annie, it really shouldn't be towards Annie, because it's not like Annie tried to trap this dude. It's not like Annie just like tried to infiltrate the family to gain wealth. She's literally said, "Are you serious? Don't fuck with me. Like, why are we doing this? What?" So she was brought in, and now she gotta get kicked out because mama said so. And dad's just like, you never can tell with his dad, like, whether he's truly like against it. He's kind of just following in line with what his wife says. But there's a moment where an interaction between Annie and Anora and the mom, and the dad's just over there giggling, just like he's glad she's talking shit. And like the wife is like mad, but she's not mad at her husband. So like, I would love to see how that interaction goes on the plane ride home while she's over there taking shit seriously. He's over there giggling, bro. But that's neither here nor there. Then you have Luna Sophia Miranda as Lulu. This is the stripper friend of Anora. Cool character, but like very blink and you miss type of character. Somebody that did make a notable appearance in this film is Lindsay Normanton as Diamond. She's the it's funny. She's like the rival of Anora in that strip club. So like she just hates Anora's fucking guts. Like I don't know why. They never explain why they hate each other. It's just beef on sight. And like she's really competing. Like she's trying to go band for badge to see who can get the best clients, the most clients, the biggest bag, all of that. So like when Anora kind of bags Ivan for a bit, she's talking shit. Oh, y'all not gonna last 2 weeks. Promise, wait. And then when Ivan's drunk ass, while he's on the run, goes back to the strip club, Diamond's all like, bro, it's hater, just a great hater. Probably my favorite performance in the film, because like, why are you so evil? Not even evil, it's just why you're a dick. But now it's time for us to get into the nags. We gotta get into the lowlights, and the first thing I must get into is this is a horrible, terrible attempt at romance. Like I don't get why they trying to say that this is a great comedy. It's not. Comedy section, not great, not good. About alright. Romance, I wish I had more arms. I wish I had more arms to give it more thumbs down. Swear to God, this film does not do a good job of ever building up any form of chemistry between Annie and Ivan. There's no real chemistry at all. It's pay for the pussy. Okay. That's really it. And after they do the deed, what do? She's just laid up on him while he's playing like Call of Duty. That's it. This is the work. Like they don't go out on no dates or nothing. The only time they outside is when he brought her around as his girlfriend for a minute with his friends when they was partying. Other than that, bro, get the fuck out my face. This is not a good romance, and I will not let anyone tell me any difference. There's no chemistry, none whatsoever. And it's not like some romance films like Love Don't Cost a Thing where they grow to care for each other, love each other's quirks, and then it's not about the money anymore. No, it never gets to that. And it's never allowed to see if it was ever going to get to that, because like they immediately get married and then it's immediately hunt my son down and get that heifer away from him type shit. And here's another spoiler. Here's a spoiler. Once word gets out, and like I said, Garnick and Igor go to his house to go get him, or at least get information to confirm everything if it's true that he did get married. From that point, Ivan's like, no, fuck this, no, I'm not going back to Russia. Blah, 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 blah. And instead of trying to truly try to work with to get Annie out before they can run away together or anything, the nigga just like leaves her, gone, books it, runs, and then like they're on the hunt to try to find where this motherfucker is at. If you truly love somebody that much, you would have not just left them like that. You just wouldn't. Or you would try to plan something out. None of that happened. He just dips out on her. So like for some people to say that this is romance, what kind of fucked up romances have you watched? Like, what have you experienced to make you think this is romance? Like, I don't. It's appalling. And that leads me to one of my biggest gripes with this film. Who was this movie for? Because it can't really be directed towards women. It can't be to boast about sex workers and highlight what they go through, because what was something that this film did to really boast sex workers, to highlight what they go through, to make people understand and sympathize, to humanize sex workers? Number one, you shouldn't have to humanize sex workers because they are human. Duh. And what did you do to human? Oh, sometimes they don't like each. They don't like each other. They don't like their coworkers. That's all you got. That's everyday shit. The fuck? Are you serious? Get the fuck out my face. Like, I think this did a horrible job of trying. And this is let me quote what Baker said, because Baker spoke out and said that his intentions were towards the telling of human stories. By telling stories that are hopefully universal, it's helping remove the stigma that's been applied to sex work, that's always been applied to this livelihood. Get the fuck out my face. I know what you are, Baker. I know what you are. And y'all want to know what Baker is? Baker is a fucking gooner. He can't lie to me about him caring about. You know how this film starts off? It doesn't start off truly magnificent. It literally starts with the strip club shit, nothing but titties and ass everywhere. That's how this film starts. And that doesn't really empower anything. It's literally just about 7 to 10 minutes of straight goonery. That's how. And then after that, the strip club shit basically over. And it's like, you didn't really highlight the culture or anything. Like, you didn't really get an understanding what it is. It's like, who did you talk to get this done? I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's just boof. And it really felt like he put so much attention on that. And it just hurts my head. It just hurts my fucking head. And then the writing is just truly terrible. It's just truly terrible. And it's just like, I want to know what was the goal. Cause like all these beats, everything that it does in this film just like feels counterproductive to what his point was. Like, horrific attempt at trying to highlight sex workers at any form or fashion. Like this, I don't get it. I don't get how people are praising this film for that. I think this is just a terrible job. And with the writing, that leads me to the character of Igor. And remember, I was trying to tell you earlier that he's supposed to be the nice guy in the film. Now, when we first get to see his first interaction with Annie, with Anora, he's just like astonished with her. Just like doesn't really know how to talk to her. Really nervous guy. Like, you know how some people don't know how to talk to women, and it's just like that type of shit, right? But he's still a hired goon. Now, he doesn't try to hurt her. He just tries to put her down, stuff like that. And there's been situations where it definitely like looks kind of sexual. And when you think about the sexual abuse, rape, mutilation of women by people who've been in his type of role, like in his job description as a goon, it's kind of uncomfortable. And it's kind of playing it for laughs. And it's like, nah, I'm not fucking with that. I'm not fucking with that. But the further we go along in the story, you can see that Igor has basically knew the whole time, without really being one like the regular goon henchman, that Ivy does not give a fuck about her, and he knows how exactly going to go. So he's trying to console her and kind of slide his way for it to be the shoulder she can cry on type shit. And these type of niggas is gross. These type of niggas is gross, and I cannot stand for it. You're not gonna make me like want to root for Igor. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Excuse me. He and the people like him are capitalizing and trying to manipulate the situation to his favor for he can get her. You know what I'm saying? And slowly he's trying to just be like, I like Anora. I don't really rock with Annie. And she's like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, yeah, get out of my face. And I'm with her with that. But that's what gets to what made me really hate this film, and it's the ending. Because of course, the parents get involved and they get the divorce, and then she gets paid. Toro says she'll get paid $10,000 if she helps find them and they divorce. So basically, like, sorry for your troubles, 10 bands, skedaddle. I mean, Igor is the one who is driving her to get the money, drives her back after getting off the plane, because they got married in Vegas, had to get divorced in Vegas, and He just around trying to talk, blah, 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 blah. And it's just, and Anora's not going for it for a single time. And like, she's really like, sometimes she'll giggle, sometimes that's some shit he say. But after that, it's like, she wasn't going for it. And then you get to the ending where he's about to drop her off, and we find out that he stole back the engagement ring that Ivan gave to her that cost a lot of money, like some mills probably, and gave it to her. And for this whole time, she wasn't going at all. But for some reason, she just takes the ring, you know, and she just, they're still in the car, gets on top of him, lowers his seat, and they start having sex. And after a while, she just starts breaking down, crying. And it's just like this sad, depressing, horrific ending. And it's just like, I just hate it. I was going to give this film 2.5 stars before this ending. I thought it was just like, it wasn't 3. It wasn't 3 worthy. It was just like, and then it just, oh my God. It drives me fucking wild. And this won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Film Editing. What? What? Did we watch the same film? Did we watch the same film? Are we serious? Because this is what was crazy. This is what I found out recently this week. I found out that this week they have an app. The Academy has an app for the people that are voters for when they watch films. They just watch films and keep it on record that they watch the film. But here's the catch. We have found out that this week some of them don't truly watch the film. They just like turn the sound off and let it run off and go do other shit and not watch the film. So, how many of them actually watch the film? Matter of fact, how many people in the fucking Academy are just gooners who are just tugging their goddamn dick every sex scene and during the first 15 minutes? Get the fuck out my face. Also, let's go back to shitting on the romance. Just because a film has about maybe 10 or less sex scenes in succession does not make that romance. It's bullshit. Get the fuck out my face. Ah! Overall, I'm giving this film 1.5 star. I do not understand why some people like this film. I don't understand how this film won these awards. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And it's distasteful. It's horrendous. It's a travesty of a film. And I will not stand for it. I do not recommend this film. I did this because I was just perplexed by how a film like this won this awards. So I had to see. I had to see if it was worth it. I had to see if it was legit. And it's not. It's fucking not. And it's despicable. And I will not stand for it. This has been a Rorvis Reviews. I am Rorvis Paradox, aka Docs Brando, and I'll see you again next time. Peace.